There we go. We're here. We're live. Go for it, Terry.
Hi, this is my friend Becky, and today we are going to talk about travel.
Yeah.
I am really excited about travel and what this will bring to our future.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Terry, for having me on here today. Terry and I have partnered together at Turnout here for a while. And one of the things that I truly love about this company is how they want people to really look at their health from a whole perspective. So, not just looking at health, but looking at finances, but being able to travel. And what they found, and I'm going to share a research article here. And Terry, I'm going to have you hit mute too, because I can hear some coughing in the background. So what we have found and what Trinant has found is that people who travel are actually healthier. They have less heart issues. They have less mental health issues. I mean, if you think about it, people who travel, or when I have travel booked, just the anticipation alone of travel has me excited and my mood uplifted, less depressive thoughts and things like that, because I know I have a vacation looming. So that's huge. So this is something that they're very aware of, and they want more people to have the ability to travel. But in today's economy, let's be honest, it stinks. More of our money is being taken away, which means less and less travel, but we're trying to bring more travel into people's world. So what we have our hands on is a travel portal. This portal, think of it as kind of like when you go online to start your vacation search and you go to certain online popular websites. One starts with an E, one starts with a P, one starts with an O. Due to compliance, I can't tell you exactly what those ones are, but it's a private search engine that brings in you the best deals, beating out those other online companies. You get up to 65% off on up to 850,000 places worldwide, and you save on hotels, resorts, condos, cruises, and car rentals. So I'm going to show you guys some examples of some of the savings that we've been getting, just to show you how big this is. And I'll show you in the end what it takes to be able to get this, along with a free vacation every single year. Yeah, I'm going to Aruba for free. So we'll talk about that as well. Okay, so here's our first example. This is the Florida Keys. My husband and I, we actually drove down to the Florida Keys in January of 2024. And we flew into Miami, we rented a car, and we drove down the Florida Keys, and I could not believe how expensive the Florida Keys were. Like, my husband and I, we could go for the 2 or 3 days that we were in the Keys. We could have gone to Mexico for a week by far. So here's an example of a popular hotel that is actually in Key West. And this person that booked on Trinant Travel versus using an online popular booking site saved $3,320 for an extended weekend. I think that is a insane amount of money. This didn't exist back when we went, and I really wish it would have, because I think I paid $450 a night for a hotel in Key West. It was very, very spendy. Now, this is the part that gets me the most excited. So after being part of Trinant Travel for 12 full months, you are given a voucher for a free vacation worth from $1,500 all the way up to $3,500. And this is a $3,500 example. There may be some that are worth more. I just saw this and I stopped. So after 12 months, I get a voucher, and the voucher covers one of 3,000 locations worldwide. This is one of the locations that's on that voucher, and this is in Aruba. It's an all-inclusive in Aruba. Now, when I went and I looked at the online popular booking site, and that starts with an E, this was about $6,000 for the week for 2 people. Booking it on Trinant Travel's website is $2,863 for the week, which is a massive savings, but my voucher will cover that. So next year, my 1 year will be up in October. I will get to use that voucher to book this place for free, this all-inclusive in Aruba. And I'm so incredibly excited about that, because this has always been something that has been out of my family's budget. We have a family of 7, and we usually stick to places like Riviera Maya in Mexico because of it's a little bit less expensive. Aruba's always been a place that I've always wanted to go, and it's been cost prohibitive, but now we get to go for free. I have Trinant Travel. My husband has also logged on to Trinant Travel, so we both get a free voucher. So we get 2 rooms, so that'll cover 4 of us and my adult children also have Trinont Travel, so they will also be able to get rooms for free for a nice big free family vacation each year. But let's say you're like, okay, Becky, I am not an international traveler. Okay. And Terry right now would probably say the same thing. She can't travel internationally right now. Let's talk about some things that are more in the United States, right? So here's an example. If you want to put the kids in the car and drive down to Orlando, for example, we have condos, week-long condos in Orlando that we can book for about $300 to $400, maybe even $500, depending on one room or two rooms in Orlando with pools, with lazy rivers, all of those things, super affordable. The thing I love about condos for families is you've got your laundry, you've got your full kitchen. If you've got little ones, it's a lot easier than going out to eat because little kids don't like to go out to eat. Condos are an amazing option for families. But if you're like me and you're not an Orlando girl, you're more of a beach girl, go a little bit more southeast to Miami Beach, and we have condos week long on the beach in Miami for under $700 for the week. Can you imagine doing a girls trip to Miami? 4 of you sharing a condo for $700 for the week? I don't think you could even go stay at a Roadstar Inn in Green Bay, Wisconsin for that price per person, honestly. That is how cheap this is. And you can see they have pools and they're on the beach. Amazing, amazing condos. It's just another option of places that we can book as part of Trinont Travel's portal. And what you're seeing here is a picture of what the portal looks like. You do a search and you can look for condo weeks that are available. Now, let's say you're like, well, Becky, I'm not going to Aruba. I ain't going to Florida. You can book local, 850,000 hotels. So here's an example that I found. I know Terry's in Minnesota. I'm in Wisconsin. One option here that I just looked up something random was a hotel that is near the Milwaukee Zoo. So maybe people just want to take their kids or grandkids down to the zoo for the weekend. Well, as you can see here on Trinont Travel, it was $217 for the weekend. But when I looked on the online popular booking site, it was $333 for the weekend, and it was $337 on the hotel's actual website. So it beat out the popular online booking site, the actual hotel's website, and it ended up being about $100 less, which would pay for your park tickets, right? And this is a nice, popular hotel that a lot of people book quite regularly. So that's an example of something that is local. Now, what does this look like and what does this all entail? Like, get to the point, right? All right. So Trinont Travel, like I said, gives up to 65% off of hotels, resorts, condos, cruises, and car rentals. Super easy booking. I've booked a lot. I've saved thousands of dollars since October. I just went to Puerto Vallarta and we extended our free Trinont incentive trip a couple days. And in Puerto Vallarta, what did we pay? $100 a night for a hotel on the beach with a pool. Maybe 120, I think was what I paid. Beat out other websites by hundreds of dollars. So that was a big like cost savings right there. It's super easy to book. There's no blackout dates. Every 12 months you get a free vacation voucher worth $1,500 to $2,000, but I just showed you a $2,600 example, and that resort is on the list. Okay, so it's more than $2,000 that you might get any vacation on that list. So there is a list of 3,000 places that I'll include down in the comments below when we're done here, so you can see all of those places that you could choose from. Now, what this costs is $65 a month as an associate or $75 as a customer. But here's the thing: you are probably wasting way more than $65 a month right now on things that you don't need. Things that I got rid of. I had iTunes charges. I don't even know what they were for. I had Peacock, Paramount, Hulu, MLB Network. It's not even baseball season. Why am I paying for that? I canceled some subscriptions and a few other things that I wasn't using. We had 2 different gym memberships. Like, I had wasteful things I was spending money on. I now push that money over to Trinont Travel, and after a full year, will be gifted that vacation. So essentially, I will have spent $780 saving money along the way. And even if you never, ever even book a single hotel, you're getting a $1,500 to $3,000 vacation for the $780 that you spent, which if you're an associate is also a tax write-off. So you've got those perks as well. So it is $65 a month as an associate, 75 if you're a customer. So being the associate makes a lot more sense because you're just going to save that much more throughout the span of a year. So here are the details blown up a little bit just to make it a little bit easier to see. But this is definitely something that people should look at. If you're looking at Trinont as a whole, you actually get discounted travel pricing as an associate upon enrollment as well. So that's a really great way that you can make some extra money by promoting Trinont travel to other people as well. All right, Terry, did I miss anything? Now she's muted. She's like, great. Now she made me mute. Now I have to get off mute. There you go.
No, not that I know of.
Okay, perfect. All right. If you guys have questions, put them down in the comments below. Terry and I will hop in and answer those questions for you for sure. All right. Have a good afternoon, guys. Talk to you later.
Thank you, Becky.
You're welcome.